how doing nothing lets your nervous system calm itself naturally. We live at a time that made us believe that in order to achieve and to live a good quality of life, we need to be on action mode all the time. We have become obsessed with productivity. We have all of these apps to help us make the best of our time. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I feel like it created a new form of obsession that we are constantly trying to run and to do a lot of things to avoid being still. We consider not doing anything as a form of laziness. We think that we don't even deserve to have a break. I used to be like that. I used to feel like I was constantly under pressure of performing, of doing more, because I really wanted to achieve and I wanted to live a big life. So I was constantly on action mode until things started to break down in my life. My health, my relationships, even my career. And when things started to break down, I was like, well, this means that I'm not doing things the right way. So this is when I started to slow down and to reflect back on what I was doing, until I realized that the main reason I was constantly running is that I was scared. So when everything fell apart in my life, I realized that, you know what, I need to slow down. So I started to research, and I found out that I spent most of my life trying to avoid my emotions, running away from how I was truly feeling. I was scared of sitting down with myself. I was constantly surrounding myself with people. I was constantly out on events, doing workshops, taking trainings, having certificates, creating things, because I thought that slowing down is going to make me less worthy. People are not going to take me seriously when I don't have all of these achievements. But when everything fell apart, I realized that, you know what? People are not living my life. I am the one that is living my life. This is when I started learning about the impact of living in a beautiful state. What we do most of the time is that we live in survival mode. By survival mode, I mean is that we are living by the emotions of fear, of anxiety, of frustration, of anger, sadness, disappointment, worry. And we carry all of these emotions as a baggage since we were children. We grow up with it, and we carry with it the conditioning. We have to do a lot to be worthy. We have to work hard, be worthy of love and appreciation. It wasn't until I started to sit down with my body and to feel how I was truly feeling, to be present with my emotions, that I started to realize how I was letting myself down most of the time, that no matter how much I achieved on the external realm of my life experience, it was never enough to make me feel good, really good about myself on the inside. So when we don't do anything, when we just sit down with our bodies, we are letting our nervous system to take a break from the constant running. We're allowing it to go back to a state of calm, to a state of creation, to a state of restoration. And when we come back to this beautiful state, we become connected to the biggest and the truest part of who we are. We start to remember who we truly are. We start to peel off all of these layers of the masks that we have been wearing most of the time to try to please others and to live up to certain expectations that do not make us happy. When we truly care about how we really feel, we make ourselves a priority. And this is where peace comes from. We don't need anything externally to make us feel good about ourselves. The only thing that we need is to remember who we are, to allow ourselves to experience this beautiful divine part of ourselves. We're just sitting down with our bodies long enough to experience that, to remember that,